to deliver, and it used to be useful for one particular company. So when we were working on this smart draft survey instrument, this actually struck me. Why not? Uh, revolutionize this area, because maritime sector is so. Sorry to say, but it was backward in terms of technology, and particularly in India, not many of the companies used to develop any core technology. They used to import things. And when I interacted more and more to different people, different companies, and to site people, and of course with Nivedan and Apneet, both they have been working deeply with this industry for a long time. We figured that there are so many different types of problem statements. Those can be solved. And that was my entry into the maritime sector. So by profession or by interest, yes, I love building products, love building machines and robots, and that gives me a kick. But this time we were solving something which was solving a problem not just in India or for a particular company, but this was solving for the entire industry and globally. And STS is just one of the products that we have built. We have also built another robot called the remote operated vehicle for hull and hull cleaning. So before this, I was building AGVs, autonomous guided vehicles, for the warehouse automation segment, and that was also quite interesting. But there were a lot of people, a lot of companies working in the same line, and the problem was more or less solved. But here in maritime sector, we were actually solving some of the hardest of the problems which have not been solved. And there are no companies working in India, those who are building on these lines. There may be many companies who are buying the products from outside, and they were utilizing to solve their own day-to-day activities. But there was none of the companies who were actually manufacturing. So then we have just recently we set up one company called RAF Technology Labs. So RAF stands for Robotics, Automation, and Precision Hardware. Okay, so this entity was formed to typically, work on the maritime sector. Not just that, we are also solving some of the other problems. But this is our website. Let me show you. This is our website. Probably you can note it down and later on go through it in detail. There are some of the products, different industries are there. All our products are listed here as well. Okay, so I'll show you another video that we have, another product
Introducing
that we have built.
Our remote operated vehicle, a powerful robotic cleaning solution for both hull and hold, designed to transform how ships maintain performance. Our ROV is compact yet ruggedized. Equipped with high pressure nozzles, it delivers optimal cleaning. Traditional hull cleaning is risky, labor intensive, and expensive. It's time for a smarter solution. Enhanced gripping with our proprietary magnetic crawler design. Our robot clings securely to the ship's surface, navigating curves and contours effortlessly. Optimum jet angle distance and direction for effective cleaning. Works with minimal water consumption and optimized power input. In the heart of every ship, the cargo hold takes the heaviest load. Cleaning it is effortless with ROV. Manual hold cleaning means long downtime, safety risks, and inconsistent results. Our ROV, with user-friendly operation with wireless handheld controller, makes life easier. Our cleaning robot is engineered for deep cleaning in extreme environments, removing toughest of the stains, as the enclosure is IP67, waterproof. Inside the cargo hold, the ROV tackles debris, rust, and contaminants in hard-to-reach areas. Pressurized water jet cleaning at variable pressure, 150 bar to 200 bar, cleaning every intricate corner. This is marine cleaning reimagined. Trusted, Proven, ready to deploy.
Okay, so this is one of the products that we have built, and this is in our workshop. This is the second model, and right now we are building the third model of this third version or the third iteration of this product. This is a much bigger one. So this is a magnetic crawler mounted robot, and this can be used for multiple purposes, not just for cleaning. Apart from cleaning, it can also be used for grinding the surface, sandblasting, chipping off paints. The paints can be removed, or paint can be applied. And other than this, there is another patent pending application that we are building is called as UT gauging, the thickness measurement of the hull or any area that this robot is going to climb on. So as you can see, Harsh, I hope I'm answering your question. So this is how my entire journey has been through, and that is how I got introduced to the maritime sector. But there are a lot of things that needs to be solved, and this particular ROV, you can say that okay, what problem is this solving, and how is it solving at a large scale? The seriousness of this problem goes much deeper than what you can see. The barnacles or the biofouling that grows on the walls of the vessels. This is very, costly affair for the ship operators, the fleet operators, and also for the companies. Those are transferring the material from port to port. I'll give a small example. One typical Supramax vessel that is going to carry maybe around 50,000 to 60,000 tons of material typically burns around 25 tons of fuel per day. And out of the 25 tons of metric tons of fuel, around 5 tons goes into just overcoming the frictions because of the biofouling growth and everything. And that cost is around 3 lakh or 4 lakh rupees per day. And that is a huge cost for any company if it is not well maintained. And and it is a very time consuming work to clean it in the typical manual processes. And our robot can do that when the ship is idle, when it is in anchorage, when even when the water conditions are very harsh, like 3 knots of water currents are there. Then also our robot can go inside and then clean. So this is one of the products that is actually solving a problem at large, and there are a few of the companies who have tried to build such products, but ours is an amphibian robot. So apart from cleaning just the underwater hull, this can also be used over waterline, and you can use it to clean the hold as well, the hold of the dry bulk carriers. So this is one of the examples that we are trying to solve at the moment. And STS, of course, the Smart Draft Survey instrument has been hugely popular, and we have right now commercialized. So I'll show you another small evolution photograph of the product, how the product was built. Maybe it is going to revive some of the old memories of Nivedan as well. Please feel free to stop me at any point of time, okay? So when we started with the problem statement, Nivedan came up with the idea that, okay, let us build one draft survey instrument. It should be non-contact type. We should be able to measure the draft of the vessel. I hope all of you know what the draft of a vessel is, right?
I did
Second,
not know that.
no?
When I got you today, I did not
Oh,
know most of
no.
it.
All
I
right.
was not a good student, but yeah.
Any of you know by any chance?
You'll know, sir.
Yes or no? You can tell
Yes,
me
yes,
that you
yes,
do
sir.
not
Yes, sir.
know. It is okay not to know. Okay. And I came to know about it just in 2022. So anyway, so the problem statement is such that we want to identify how deep the vessel is under the waterline, right? And The problem statement was that we need to build a machine or a device that can identify the depth of water from the deck itself. Okay, so this is what we have built initially. So we also did a few of the demonstrations. We took it to all the way to Dubai as well, and to demonstrate it to one of the clients, and they straight away said, no, this is not going to work out. We used to call it a Bofors gun because it used to weigh around 20 kilograms and it was very heavy, although it was solving the problem. So slowly we started working on iterating the design. So it was a problem statement from scratch, right? None of the references were there. There was no other company that was doing anything close to this, what we have done. And this is the second version. So we came to know that, okay, this is 20 kilograms, so we cannot work with that. So we tried to reduce the weight in all the ways possible. We made it aluminum, 3D printed a few of the parts, and the entire product was below 5 kilograms. But still, it was heavy, it was ugly, it was not looking good. People did not appreciate it. And we kept on working on making it more better and better every day. So this is the version 2.4, somewhat looked better, worked well, but still it had its problems. And it used to work with a mobile phone through Bluetooth. Basically, we measure the distance through a radar sensor, and that sends the data to our mobile phone. With an application, we used to monitor what is the total depth of water. And then finally, we came up with the version 3. This was somewhat appreciated by a lot of people, but it had its own flaws. The Bluetooth connection used to drop, and we kept on working to make it more and more stronger. And the product design improved drastically because our problem statement was zeroed down to, the form factor was more or less finalized by then. And then the 4.2 version came when we instead built one Android screen into the product itself. And subsequently, this is the final product that you can see. We are in the market with this product. This is the version 5. And this is how it looks like. And this is the actual product. We have done a lot of trials with this. And this is the final product. And this was one of the key products due to which we also got the Maritime Excellence Award, apart from the other offerings as well. So this is the evolution of a product. How we have started with one of the ideas, and slowly we have converted that into a real product. And this is something that can be now mass manufactured. And we have a factory in Pune, and there are different types of people, different skill sets of people working with us. At Raft Technologies, starting from embedded hardware engineers, embedded firmware developers, and then we have instrumentation engineers, product designers, mechanical engineers, then site engineers. A lot of people work to make this product a success. Okay, so that is just to give you some idea about what we're doing at Raft Technologies. Similarly, the second product is also under evolution. That is also slowly becoming a refined product. And there was one question I would like to answer alongside this, because the context is right at this moment. So you people asked how this product or this engagement with IIT Kharagpur going to benefit the industry or you people or our company, right? So recently we have signed one MOU with IIT Kharagpur, and this was after our participation with in one of the hackathons. So there was one hackathon that was organized by the Ministry of, there is something called MOPSW, Ministry of Ports, Waterways and Shipyards. Okay, and they are supporting hugely now to the startups like us, and they are encouraging people like you, all of you can also come up with your ideas and participate and to solve typical problems. And MOPSW came up with 16 verticals under which different people can submit their solutions to their problem statements. And one of those was sustainable ways of draft surveying and cleaning up the vessels, hull cleaning, underwater hull cleaning. And we participated in that. we had given our solution. So there were 3 rounds to it. One online round was somewhere in the middle of last year, and then we got selected. We were asked to represent our company in Chennai. So in Chennai, there is one center. It is called NTC PWC. So National Technology Center for Ports, Waterways, and Coasts. Okay, NTCPWC, you can search about it, and anyone can participate in their statements. If any of you need more information, you can contact afterwards. Also, we can share the links, or you can connect with Vasu sir. Vasu sir or Anirvan sir, both of them have been extremely supportive to us throughout this journey. And after our presentation, we got shortlisted for the commercialization. So we are going to receive some funds also from the government in form of a grant, and that is how the government is supporting the startups. So any of you who are willing to do some startup, you people have probably figured yourself out. We were not. I mean, for a very long time, we did not know what to do in our lives. But then at some point of time, we found out our calling. So it is not that you people have to jump into entrepreneurship right away. Probably it would be a good idea to join some company, learn how the companies are working, find out some very good problem statement to work on if you want to become an entrepreneur, or maybe you can join a startup itself. That is going to give you a lot of exposure. And working with a startup also means that you get exposed to how the problems are solved. You get more responsibility. Your work is not truly defined, so it is almost like you are an entrepreneur yourself within the company, right? So working with a startup is highly recommended. It's not a bad thing, but yes, some people may feel that no, we would like to join a very big company, add some value to the portfolio, or maybe some people would like to go to research. That is also absolutely fine. Everybody have their own timelines. Please try to understand this. You don't need to jump into anything only because a lot of people are doing it. Maybe right, left, people are becoming 2500, 25 Forbes, something else. So not everything happens I mean, the timelines are different for different people. Success is different, and it means differently for different people. So don't get affected by all those things. Do whatever is I mean, whatever you truly feel attracted towards. You feel that yes, this is something I want to do, this is my calling, or this is something that I'm comfortable doing, or I'm adding some meaningful contribution to the society through this. uh, so you should do that. Never compare yourself with your batchmates or your seniors or your juniors or anyone. Do whatever you want to do, and all of you are very smart people. When you come out of KGP, you will realize that okay, we are not that bad. I mean, there will be some people who are extremely smart outside KGP also, but because of our network, because of the support from the peer groups, this becomes much more easier to take any kind of plunge. You are not afraid of simply getting stuck into a job or something that you are not liking. You want to change your job, you can change the job very quickly. You want to start something, there will be a lot of people who can support you. And in fact, the government is also supporting you with all these things. Right. So now we are going to engage as a company with IIT Kharagpur. So IIT Kharagpur is one of the nodal agencies that is going to take care of our incubation. We will be working very closely with the professors, with the research scholars, or maybe some of the interns as well, going forward. And this product is going to be commercialized. And IIT Kharagpur is responsible to look through this, that the product actually gets commercialized. Okay, so that is what I have one more last video to showcase before closing our product advertisement. I do not want to advertise too much. All of you are you can feel free to call or connect with any of us. We can share more information. So there is something about AI that we are also into. There is another vertical within the company called 3S Smart Ship. So it does not have full, yeah, these things we have already covered, so I'll just skip. Yeah. So Tide Trace is something like a ChatGPT or AI installed and working locally. And many of you may be willing to work in AI segment, or maybe already you people have a lot of information on this. I'm not an expert in this, just introducing you, okay? If you have any questions, we can connect you with the right persons. And the ship operators or any of the technicians can actually search for any solution and related to their particular vessel. So if there is a motor, there is a pump which is not working, they can actually search for the solutions, and this is going to guide them. It's like a guide or a local AI support for them, AI agent for them. Converting the traditional manuals into digital format, extracting information, converting the photographs into data, all these things are there. Okay, so that's it about our products and company. I hope that all of you received some idea about what we are doing. So now we are open for questions. If you have anything, please shoot.
Sir, you are in the industry for so long now, sir. Can you share some insights for students? What industry can expect from students like us?
What can be expected?
What industry can expect from students like that, like us?
You mean right now or after graduating?
Like now, what we can do to improve ourselves in core?
Okay, Nivedan, I think you can answer this.
Okay, that brings me. So that's not something that you do now. Have to do. You'll have to be doing it throughout your life, whether it's profession, career, personal. There's always scope of improvement. Uh, I'm not sure. I'm not sure how the curriculum has changed over the years, but one thing which definitely helped me, or I had the privilege and the advantage of, is that I was engaged with the industry from my second or third year onwards. So improvement per se will only come once you know how and what you're learning is applied to the industry. So that's a big change. That's a very big change. Your whole outlook towards uh, learning the subject, your whole outlook towards understanding it's going to change significantly and dramatically. Um, and it's not going to be simple, right? Everyone is not as lucky or as privileged as I am. Some are much more, some are much less. But the bottom line remains same. Uh, you got to do what you got to do. So if you have friends, seniors, family members who can probably give you a flavor of what the industry is, and grab that opportunity. Whether you want to stay in the core or not is secondary, but you must get your hands dirty. You must visit shipyards. You must visit a ship. You must interact with people to understand what the industry is. Industry is not about stability analysis, mooring analysis in isolation, right? Many of us, like, okay, I can't say for everyone, but I personally was not very um, aware of the industry, even though I had very good connects and I was able to intern in one of the leading places in the world. So there's nothing that there is nothing enough that you can do to improve yourself, and at the same time, there's nothing small enough that you can't do that will really make a difference to you. To all of you there, get industry knowledge. Don't sit during your summer vacations at home. Just visit the shipyard. Uh, Find out your senior. They're LinkedIn. There's so many people in various shipyards. Just ask them you want to visit a shipyard. Ask them you want to visit an offshore platform. Maybe not, but try it out. Getting to understand what the industry is, how it functions, is is perhaps the single most critical factor to your growth, to your improvement. Of course, it has to be backed by your technical knowledge, needless to say. but technical knowledge alone is not going to lead you anywhere. You need to know the industry ground up, and the more you know, the sooner you know, the better it is for you in all aspects, whether you stay here in core or whether you go anywhere else. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right. Anything else? Anyone?
Uh,
Yes. Stuti?
If you have some audio issue, you can type the questions out. We can.
Yes.
Sir, can you hear me properly now?
Yes. Please proceed.
Hello, am I audible
Yes,
properly?
yes, yes, we can hear you.
So I wanted to ask the very fundamental question that always lingers in the minds of the people of our department. That what are the internship opportunities or the placement opportunities that we can have in the companies? Like we generally find CDC, lacking in companies for like people who want to go into core are always at a lack. Like, we don't have enough companies coming in. So can we expect you to come for selections for internships or placements through CDC or through the department in general?
So we'll be very frank with you. We did hire about 2 consecutive years from Kharagpur, 2019, 18, 2018 and 2019.
And then
Um,
I also had in 22, 3, 2 years. Yeah.
huh, what do we? Okay, it's not a statement, but it's a breeding ground of overconfidence, in my opinion. Um, and probably when we graduated, it was the same. Um, People come for at least from KGP, at least from the IITs. Let me put it like that. They come for instant gratification and instant success. That is that is a myth. It never happens. People feel entitled that I am an engineer. I am only supposed to do this. Uh, that again doesn't work. Having said that, we have a lot of people from KGP with us. Saswat, myself, Ajit, I mean, 7, 8 of us are there. Uh, Internship opportunities are definitely open. We recruit from world over, from Russia, from Iran, from Indonesia, from Sri Lanka. We have about 8 nationalities in our organization. Um, we are very hopeful uh, that we will be able to get quality people. But from a business standpoint, um, the sustainability and the cost of it is something which we are still contemplating. We haven't recruited anyone from KGP for the last good 4 years, 4 5 years, but we have recruited from NIT Suratkal, Warangal, and we're paying them better. So that is one thing which was very disappointing for us when we recruited from KGP. As a matter of fact, and this is not a statement against, I am a part of KGP. We recruited the second batch of KGPians in 2019. They didn't even join. They didn't even bother to inform that they're not joining. And that time we were growing, and it was a point where every person counts. We were about 20 people. So right now we are 250. If you don't join, it's okay. We have enough dedicated HR team, dedicated expediting team to get people on board quickly. Uh, so we have pivoted from direct hiring to internships. So there are internships that we offer. It's a good, and sometimes we prefer if it's a 6 month. I don't know if that is still yet in KGP or not. So that's a very good time for us to evaluate someone uh, well, and if that person aligns with the growth story, aligns with our organization's values. Uh, I myself would prefer someone from KGP. Honestly, nothing would make us more happy than having someone on board. But at the same time, I do feel very sorry and very disheartened to see that the quality in terms of ethics, professionalism, in KGP, as a matter of fact, has deteriorated, and that is one of the reasons why we did not visit KGP for donkey years now, almost 7 years onwards. Having said that, um, it's not that we have made a decision not to visit it. We are going to try it with internships and hopefully also come on board because we need people. We are growing 30-40% year on year. When they're recruiting people from Iran, Russia, Ukraine, Azerbaijan, it will make more sense for us to go back to our alma mater and get people. I am not sure what you guys can do to change the mind, but that those bitter memories are still there. But we'll look into it. We'll look into it at least for internships and long term. I mean, semester year long deployment is there, and if you perform well, if you like the company, if you like the growth that the company offers to you, I'll be more than happy to have someone from KGP join us.
Good evening, sir.
Thank you, Viren,
Good
sir.
evening. Good evening.
Sir, I wanted to say
I
that
think Stuti
because,
is not done. Stuti, was there a follow up question? Okay, if Samarpan, yeah, please.
Uh,
sir, I wanted to say that right now there has been a race. Like many students are racing towards getting a tech job, getting a software company, getting into Google, or getting into a software job because the money that they pay right now is like very much charming to them. So that has been the trend right now in KGP. From first year only, everyone talks about getting into this big companies, like getting those high package jobs. When someone talks about getting into core, everyone like demotivates him. Okay, we are getting into core. There are not much opportunities. They pay very less, and even the jobs are very less. Not even much companies come. So when someone gets interest in core, sometime. So it is very difficult for him to sustain in that because from everyone the statement is coming, you will not get a job, you will not get your career will not be good, you just focus on software like things. So personally, I was more in the first year itself, I was very much interested in research. So I actually wanted mechanical department. I was very much attached to mechanical things. So I in my 12th also I liked solving mechanics problems. I liked it very much. So I was very much interested to getting into core fields like mechanical or but I didn't get mechanical. So since ocean engineering also much or more or less related to mechanical engineering only, so I chose this branch. So getting here, I was also very much frustrated. Okay, everyone talks about software jobs only. There is no one talks about what are the opportunities in core. So a fear developed in me that okay, even if there are opportunities, because no one is talking about them around me, I might miss them. I have to keep every time I have to keep track of them. Okay, I don't miss anything. So and that's the like as you said that KGPs are not much they are not um much faithful. Like you said that the students that you took on in 2019 they
And I'll
left the
correct
company.
you. What I meant to say was so that's a very valid and fair point, and it's not now. It's been even during my time. It was the same. My time it was finance. People were into banking. So get this thing right. Okay, one thing absolutely right. We whether again as a piece of advice, you have to be an independent thinker. Whether you are going to core or not. Maybe you don't like core. Maybe you even don't like softwares. Right. So that just because majority of people like Google or talk about Google, let me put it like that, that is the thing to be. But have you seen the layoff trends in Amazon, Oracle, Google of late? They are laying tens and thousands of people at the time. Again, it's not that tech is bad. Tech is going through a revolution, which is AI, and that is going to definitely increase efficiency of the people, increase productivity. But there will be collateral costs to it, for a fact. Now coming to the money part, like you said, who pays the highest package in KGP? I mean, someone from the
Like
place com as well.
the quant companies usually.
Uh, so there was a company called Tower Watson in our time that used to pay, but quant trading, yes, they pay. They used to pay well as well. But I'm talking about uh, people on a median level. If you go to that company, how many companies come to recruit from core? Hardly any. But at our time, it used to be Schlumberger. Schlumberger was one of the companies which used to pay really well. Uh, then Rio Tinto. It's
Yeah.
again a mining company in Australia. They used to pay really well. Then overseas placement was with Keppels, was with Semcop Marine. L&T didn't pay that well. So again, you need to understand what is it that matters to you. Um, if it's just a high-paying job at the entry level, there are enough high-paying jobs at all across all verticals, whether it's naval architecture, whether it's aerospace, whether it's robotics, mining. You are very right when you say that maritime or our department was not one of the uh, so-called hadn't had did not have access to the big companies easily, which I believe is going to change now because there's a big push from the government to develop new maritime sectors. Immense amount of uh, 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 funding and strategic initiatives have been taken by the government. Uh, but then not only that, you also have to look at the offshore industry, wherein that's where we are. That's also a decently paying job. Now, is it as compared to Google in some countries? Yes. For example, if you go to Norway, um, London for that matter, you would be paid decently well in absolute terms. Um, so we can all cry about the problem that yes, not many companies come to KGP, which is a fact. But if you want to switch that around, you have to put in more effort and get in touch with people. You have to develop your portfolio. You got to do the extra bit of early engagement with the industry, going to the shipyards, going to seniors where you can get your internship, increase your profile, enhance your requirement. As a matter of fact, we as a company, we are based out of Dubai, and we employ people who are employed by McDormand, Saipem, Woods, Worley. These are the giants of the engineering industry, and we pay them better than them because that's the way we retain them. So it's not about dearth of well-paying jobs. It's the fact that the well-paying jobs are not mapped to KGP, which is an institutional problem. It's a systemic problem. But you can either complain about it or improve your profile, access your seniors, do walk a little mile extra, go to LinkedIn, figure out what industries are, and interact with them. If there's a problem, you have to have a solution which is out of the box. If you are just relying on your placecom people, good luck. So what I'm trying to say is, it's not the dearth of opportunities; it's that the opportunities are not presented to you, which is the problem. But there's a solution to it also. Final is to so there is no stop that you have to do it in final year. What I'm trying to tell you is it has to be a continuous process, because it's not that one final year you'll come and you'll do something which adds add something to your resume, that catapults you to a job elsewhere. uh, uh, Good jobs will come to you, people will come to you if you have the right experience, if you have the right temperament. What you should do, like I said, reach out to your seniors, understand what the industry is doing, And again, when we talk about as people from the industry, we're not limiting ourselves to uh, just the engineering part of it, right? Uh, there's an immense robotics automation application in the maritime industry, huge. There's a lot of AI application that we are developing. I think Shashwat told you
If
about
I
our
understood, it
organization
one.
called 3S. So get to know the industry, and once you know the industry, you will know the people who would help you uh, secure better opportunities. But if you stay in KGP, you're a part of a problem, or rather, you are not exposed to where you want to be. So I would request you guys to just start networking, go to your seniors, meet them, research about the companies, talk to them, LinkedIn, go for internships, go for site visits. Talk to the faculty to arrange some industry sponsorship programs wherein you go and get to know, spend some time with the actual people doing the work. And I think it's going to happen. It's going to happen.
I would also like to add a few of the things that Nivedan had just told. I very closely resonate with your question. You just mentioned about AI, how the software industry is going on. Now you're talking about switching from marine to software. Some people are going to switch from marine to MBA. Some people are going to do CFA, right? So you everybody is switching. But the question that I was also asked, just like you guys asked me, ki, how come a marine engineer is in maritime? There is nobody going to restrict you that okay, you are not the right person to do this job. Certificate is just something that you are getting when you are graduating. But if you are able to do something on your own, if you can showcase, suppose you are very deeply interested in AI, you want to land up in a job in AI, but you got to do something, develop something that will be noticed by people, by some companies. If you have developed something on your own, if you are very much knowledgeable about your area of interest, and if you can connect with the right person, there is no stopping you. Nobody is going to tell you that okay, no, you are coming from ocean engineering, how come you are going to join the software industry? Nobody is going to stop you from that, right? So rightly, as Nivedan has also mentioned, you need to network and interact with people, have as many conversations as you can have, find out people who are working in your dream company, talk to them, ask them that I'm a second year student or a third year student and I want to do this. What can I do? What can I do that is going to get me noticed in your company, or something that can add value on the day one of my joining? So that is how you can land up in your dream company or in your dream job. Don't just rely on whatever is being fed you through the placement committee or from the institution. They are trying their best to place each and every one of you, but then you also have to do a lot of things. You need to come out of your comfort zone, talk to people, have as many conversations as you can, and that is how you are going to learn what is exactly needed. If you want to join one company that is working in offshore engineering, then ask what all technical capabilities are required, or can you do something and showcase? And that is how you are going to land up in those companies. You want to get into core, go into it, but then be prepared to learn, because that is how you are going to get placed, get noticed, and you can be differentiated in that company. Getting yourself differentiated is one of the toughest of the jobs in the market, because you people have studied something and you are going to come to a company where everything is working differently. So whatever you study is just the basics of what the industry is based on, but then there are a lot of things, and there is a huge disconnect. You need to understand that as early as possible, and then your career is going to be very smooth.
Sir, I think we have one question in chat box.
Yeah.
It's about what
Which one, the first one or the second one? What are
both.
the major rules?
Sir, what are the major roles that you are looking for, and what are the hard skills that you think are necessary?
Major roles,
Hmm.
only one, couple of them, two rather, yeah. uh, ability to not get offended, you know, keep your ego aside when you're joining a company. No work is menial. So that's something which everyone needs to learn. Everyone needs to learn, whether you're from, where you tag an IIT, MIT, IIT. When you join an organization, leave your ego aside. If you've been asked to do a task, do it and learn from it. So that's one very important thing. It's not the easiest. In fact, everyone has an ego, but leave that aside. And secondly, uh, understand that what you know till now is a prerequisite, but it is not enough to take you anywhere in life. Again, what you know till now is just a prerequisites. We have been uh, educated in a very premier institute, and after a lot of competition, study, hard work, struggle, XYZ things, you all are here. But that does not guarantee growth. That does not guarantee success. That does not guarantee anything. All it gives you is a good launch pad to enter the industry. How you navigate from here on is would be because of humility and would be because of your relentless attitude to keep on learning. Yeah. So these are the two important things as per me. Sashwat, you can add, please.
Yes, I think those are two very important things. See, we are looking for people who can be very versatile, who can learn very quickly, very rapidly, and perform like the best in the industry. Is that possible? Is that any of you can do? Then we want you. But then there are tasks which, like Nivedan already has mentioned this a couple of times, and I'm also going to repeat this. Whenever you're going to join a company, you're going to get works that you may feel that no, I'm above this. I'm not meant to do this job. But you have to come out of that. And for example, we have engineers who are designers, who are 3D modelers. They use SolidWorks to design, develop the models of the robots. But we make sure that each one of them are also present in the workshop when the machine is getting assembled, making their hands dirty. They are using wrenches. They know exactly how much of torque is required to bolt uh, a certain bolt, and how much of thickness is sufficient or not. They need to have the physical feeling of the entire product to be able to design the right product, right? To become a good engineer, I'm just talking about engineering. There are a lot of other things, other aspects to management also. So you need to be prepared for everything. And I think you were asking about major roles, but then to all of you who are coming out of a premier institution like IIT, you are expected to do a lot more than what you have been assigned for. Maybe you have been assigned a craftsman's job, but you are not expected to do just that one single thing. You have to do other things also. Maybe there is one post for robotics engineer, but that is very wide, very versatile. You need to be able to do calculations. You need to be able to know software, know coding. You need to know how the machines are going to be deployed, site work, and everything. So, I think there is a lot more to the roles than what you have been picked up for. I don't know, maybe the answer was too wide, but then you can be very specific if you're looking for a particular role. Then there is a hierarchy, there are different organizational structure, and people are expected to carry out their job roles only. But then all of you are from a place where the expectations are sky high, right? And that is where you need to differentiate.
Sir, how do we apply to to your companies?
So those who are here on the call towards the end of the call, I've taken their names. So they'll definitely be given a preference when it comes to internship. And if you perform well in internship, you have a job secure with us, like I told you before.
And some people have left without even informing. That is okay. We're going to note down only the last ones.
Okay. So okay, sir. That. Sir, okay. Sir,
So
thank.
Harsh, Gautam, Manish, Jay, Stuti, Aviraj,
Mm.
Katayani. Katayani. Okay. And Vijay, of course, you're there with the camera on.
Sir, it was great having you here, sir. Thank you for giving your
Thank
valuable
you.
time, sir.
Thank you, and wish you
Thank
all the
you.
best.
Okay,
Feel
sir.
free to reach out to us anytime.
Thank you for all your
So
valuable.
Vijay, you can just send us the names of the people who are there still on the call, yeah? On the email. The last ones, please.
Sir.
You can send us the names of the people who are there on the call towards the end.
Mm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Always there to help whatever we can.
Okay, sir.
So you guys take care. Like I said, we have benefited from our seniors, and I think uh, it's only fair that we give it back to the institute. Okay. So thank you for arranging this. It was lovely
And one
interacting
more
with
thing
you.
before we
Okay,
close, we may be there in KGP somewhere around mid of November. Okay, so we'll inform Vastev sir. Of course, we are going to finalize the dates and all. In case any of you are around, maybe we can meet up.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay, sir.
अभी तो campus पूरा change हो गया है. Lot of new places are there. I could not recognize the campus last time we were there. Bhatu Magi and everything is gone. Okay, all right.
Good one. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you.
Bye. Good day.
Bye.